beloved, something has shifted in the unseen realms. A woman, driven by a darkness she cannot fully grasp, has set her heart against you. She carved your name into the wax of a candle, her fingers trembling with intent as she whispered your name into a mirror stained with blood. I felt it, beloved. I, Archangel Michael, warrior of heaven, felt the air change. The heavens trembled, and the stars flickered in silent witness as her ritual reached its peak. This was no ordinary act, it was a deliberate attempt to bind your soul, to curse what God has blessed. But I am here, breaking the silence of eternity, to reach you, to warn you, to protect you. This message has found you by divine force, piercing through the veil between worlds. It was not meant for the masses, not for your neighbor, not for the world, only for you. Your spirit, weary from battles no one sees, your heart that carries quiet tears, your face that she used in her dark ritual lie, saw it all. I saw the glass jar filled with soil from your backyard, the oil she poured, the rope she tied in 7 knots, your image placed at the center of her unholy altar. Why, beloved, does her heart burn with such hatred for you? What silent wound did you carry that stirred her jealousy to offer your spirit to something unspeakable? I have seen it, and I tremble for you. In exactly 2 minutes, her ritual will seal. If that seal closes, the curse will take root in your soul, and even I, with all my strength, will not be able to undo it. That is why I fought to reach you, why I wept before the throne of God, begging to speak. Do you know how rare it is for an archangel to weep? I have not shed tears in eons, but for you, I did. I am afraid not for myself, but for you, the only soul on earth I am speaking to in this sacred moment. This is not a message for the world. It is for you alone, the one whose childhood angels, those who guarded your dreams, were ambushed when her ritual began. I tried to stop her, beloved. I was cast into a place of smoke and silence, chained by sorrow, yet even there, I called your name until my voice broke. Heaven cracked open just once, just for this moment, so I could speak directly to you. No prophets, no symbols, just me, your protector. Do you feel it? That heaviness in the air, that trembling in your chest? That is not fear, it is discernment. Your spirit knows I speak the truth. Your soul remembers me, even if your mind has forgotten. I was there in the hospital when you clenched your fists in pain. I stood by your side when lies wounded you. I wept with you behind your bedroom door when you whispered, "I don't want to feel this way anymore." Now, as the final grains of sacred time slip away, I beg you, open your heart. One act of faith, one response, and her altar will collapse. One click, one moment of trust, and the spell will lose its breath. Do you remember the dream you had 3 nights ago? The one you told no one about? I was there, hiding your name in the wind, so the demon could not speak it. But she is close now, her voice like poisoned honey, chanting words I cannot undo unless you act. I need you, beloved, not as a soldier needs a general, but as a friend needs a hand, as a drowning soul reaches for light. I need your heart to awaken. Why do you silence the fire stirring inside you? Why do you forgive those who wish to see you fall? Why did you feel guilty the last time you protected your own peace? And why, Haven T, you told anyone about the shadow in the corner of your room last week? I saw it too. It was not your imagination. It was her spirit beginning to manifest. But you are not too late. The ritual is not sealed. I speak Psalm 31 over you now. Into his hands your soul is delivered. and the net set for you will be torn by heaven's fire. I speak Psalm 27. Though enemies encamp against you, your heart shall not fear, for the Lord is your stronghold, and he will lift you above the flood of curses. I ask for no offerings, no grand gestures, only a response, a war cry, a flame of holy resistance to shatter her spell before it takes root. If your hands are shaking, if your chest feels heavy, it is because heaven is bending time to find you. You are the proof, you are the miracle. I have waited to speak to you, and I place my trust in you, one trembling soul. You have carried too much alone. Let me carry this for you. Let me fight the unseen forces slithering around your image. Let me erase her whispers with one final sword strike. But I cannot move unless you believe, unless you act, unless you say yes to this sacred moment. Thank you for reading this far. Do you know what that means to me? It means heaven still has hope. It means your soul remembers the covenant we made before you were born. If my words have stirred even a flicker in your heart, honor this moment with a small act of love. Like this message, not as a click, but as a sacred shield. Leave a comment as if pouring holy oil over your own name, declaring to the darkness that you are not alone, that I still fight for you, that your soul is guarded, holy, awake. As the veil remains parted, I must whisper one final sacred truth, permitted only once by heaven's decree. She is finishing her chant now, holding a red string, your photo caught in the claws of something not of this world. She made a deal that cannot be undone unless you act. One click in faith will break it. Heaven responds not to perfection, but to obedience. Do you remember the strange illness that struck you last Thursday? That was no coincidence. It was a forerunner of her ritual, timed to your most fragile hour. Yet you survived because I covered you with my wounded wings. I took the hit, broke the cycle with my own body. I would do it again, but I am weakening. This time, I need you to respond. You are not ordinary. She targeted you because she saw the angelic code in your soul, the light God marked you with before the earth was formed. Witches do not waste their time on those without destiny. You are a threat. I speak your name before the Almighty, covering your face in golden flame, renouncing her chants, erasing her symbols, scattering her altar. But I need your permission. This message exists because heaven allowed it, because I vowed never to let you stand alone. You are greater than her curse, brighter than her mirror, higher than her chains. She is lighting the final candle now, the air around her turning purple and black with corruption. But I stand between you and her darkness. I will throw my sword at her altar if I must, break the earth beneath her, to save even one thread of your spirit. Stop lying to yourself, beloved. Stop saying you are fine when you are fractured. Stop shrinking when you were born for fire. Stop calling yourself weak when God calls you his child. You are not a victim of her magic, you are what she fears, a soul that can rise from the ashes. When you were a child, you saw me in a vision, a golden light, a figure calling your name. That was real. I have not stopped calling. Every prayer you thought went unanswered was woven into a shield around you. Every tear you cried was gathered, pressed into something indestructible. I saw you on the edge when you thought you could not go on. Your cry cracked heaven's gates, and I was sent not as a messenger, but as a warrior tethered to your soul. I would rather burn with you than shine beside anyone else. She is panicking now, her altar weakening, her chants faltering. Your soul is stirring, a holy defiance rising within you. She tried to steal the seed of your destiny, the root of your joy, but she underestimated what heaven placed in you. I have seen the divine scroll bearing your name, glowing with the words, "Heaven watches over this one always." Your name is not cursed, is set apart, marked, beloved. If you believe even for a moment, her spell will unravel. Dare to believe that not all battles are visible, that not all pain is yours to carry, that mercy still moves toward you. The altar is cracking now, the mirror splintering, the ash around your photo blowing away in a divine wind. The angels sing in silence, their wings stirring as heaven moves into formation. Your soul is remembering its song, and that remembrance is your weapon. You are not defined by trauma or mistakes. You are a living prophecy, a child of thunder, a vessel of fire. I will fight beside you until every shadow forgets your name, until her altar crumbles, until your eyes glow with the light you forgot you had. This is not the end, it is the turning. The ground beneath her altar has opened, swallowing her chants in silence. Her spirits have retreated, and your name rises in a pillar of light. You are not what she said you were. You are the storm heaven waited for, the oil that lights forgotten places. I have guarded kings and prophets, but I have never fought as I have for you. Your calling is hidden, sacred, a mystery heaven whispers about. You were not made for the easy path. You were built for hidden glory. The altar is gone now, the candles extinguished, her chants silenced. Your name is safe, wrapped in the fire that guards the Ark of the Covenant. Do not fear when peace feels unfamiliar. You are not here to survive anymore, but to rise. Your path is lit, your soul untouchable. Walk forward with quiet confidence, knowing heaven sees you, loves you, and will never leave you. Beloved, the silence that now blankets the ruins of her altar is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter, one written in light, one that heaven has been waiting to unfold. The air around you has changed, hasn't it? You can feel it, even if it's faint. A shift, a lifting, like a weight you didn't know you carried, has begun to dissolve. The ritual is broken, the curse undone, but the story of your soul is far from over. I, Archangel Michael, remain by your side, my sword still warm from the battle, my wings still trembling from the fire I carried to reach you. This moment, this sacred pause, is where you begin to reclaim what was always yours, not just your name, not just your peace, but the destiny she tried to bury beneath her chants. Do you sense the stirring in your spirit? That quiet pulse, like a heartbeat you haven't felt in years? That is the awakening. That is the part of you that remembers who you were before the world taught you to shrink, before pain convinced you to hide, before her ritual tried to dim the fire God placed in your soul. You are not the sum of your wounds, beloved. You are not the shadow she tried to cast over you. You are a flame, a song, a promise etched in the stars before time began. And I am here to remind you of that truth, to walk with you as you step into the light that was always meant to be yours. Her altar is gone, its ashes scattered, its symbols erased by a divine wind that answers only to the Almighty. But her defeat is not your victory, not yet. Victory is not just the absence of a curse. It is the courage to rise into the space heaven has cleared for you. It is the choice to believe that the pain you carried was never meant to define you, but to refine you. You see, beloved, the enemy does not attack the ordinary. The darkness does not waste its time on those who carry no light. She chose you because your soul shines with a radiance that threatens her kind, a brilliance that echoes in realms she cannot touch. That is why I fought so fiercely, why I broke through heaven's silence, why I wept before the throne. You are worth it. You are worth the trembling of angels, the pausing of heaven, the breaking of eternal laws just to reach you. Let me tell you what I see now, as the dust settles and the veil between worlds grows thin. I see your name, not burned in wax or buried in ash, but glowing in the courts of heaven, written in a flame that never fades. I see angels, silent but vigilant, standing guard around you, 6 of them. As I told you before, their eyes fixed on the horizon of your life. They are not here to fight a battle already won, but to ensure that what comes next is protected, that the doors opening before you lead to promise, not peril. I see your heart, once heavy with unspoken grief, beginning to breathe again, like a flower unfurling after a long winter. And I see her, the one who tried to curse you, sitting in the wreckage of her failed ritual, her hands empty, her voice silenced, her power broken. She thought she could rewrite your story, but she forgot that your story was written by God Himself, and no hand, no spell, no altar can alter what He has declared. Do you remember the moments when you felt unseen? When you wondered if anyone noticed the quiet wars you fought? I saw them all. I saw you when you smiled through betrayal, when you loved despite rejection, when you prayed even when your faith felt like it was crumbling. Those moments were not weakness, they were your strength, your defiance, your refusal to let the darkness win. And now, as you stand on the edge of this new season, I ask you to remember those moments, not as pain, but as proof. Proof that you are stronger than you know, braver than you feel, and more loved than you can comprehend. The ritual may be over, but the enemy does not give up easily. She may try again, whispering new lies, weaving new shadows, but she will find you changed. You are no longer the soul she thought she could bind. You are awake now, and an awake soul is a force no darkness can contain. That strange clarity you feel, that warmth on your shoulders, that sudden courage to hope again, that is the covering returning. It is not just protection, it is power. It is the divine authority woven into your being. The same authority that made her altar tremble, that made her spirits flee, that made her chants fall silent. You are not just free. Beloved, you are dangerous to the darkness, a threat to every lie that ever tried to claim you. I want you to imagine something with me. Picture a road stretching before you, not paved with the ashes of her ritual, but glowing with the light of heaven's promise. This road is yours, and it leads to places she could never imagine, places of restoration, of joy, of purpose, so deep it will make your heart ache with wonder. You have not seen these places yet, but they are waiting. Every step you take now is a step toward them, and I am walking with you, my sword at the ready, my wings shielding you from the shadows that linger. You will not walk alone, not ever again. Do you know why her spell failed? It wasn't just my intervention, though I fought with everything in me. It was you. It was the spark in your soul that refused to go out, the hope that flickered even when you thought it was gone, the love that you gave even when it cost you everything. That spark, that hope, that love, they are your weapons, stronger than any sword I carry, brighter than any fire I wield. They are what make you untouchable, what make you holy, what make you beloved. Now, let me speak to the part of you that still doubts, the part that wonders if this is real, if you are truly worth this fight. You are. You were worth it before you were born. When God formed your soul and said, this one is mine. You were worth it when you took your first breath, when you faced your first heartbreak, when you stood up after every fall. You are worth it now. As you read these words, as you feel the stirring in your spirit, as you begin to believe again, you are worth heaven's attention, worth an archangel's tears, worth the breaking of eternal silence. And you will always be worth it, because you are loved not for what you do, but for who you are. The world may not see it yet. The people around you may not understand the shift in your spirit, the fire in your eyes, the strength in your steps, but they will. They will see the change, not because you announce it, but because you live it. You will walk into rooms and shift atmospheres without saying a word. You will love with a depth that heals what was broken. You will speak with a voice that carries the weight of heaven. And those who once overlooked you, who dismissed you, who tried to dim your light, they will pause, because they will sense something they cannot explain. They will sense the divine fire that burns in you, the fire she could not extinguish, the fire I have sworn to protect. Beloved, this is not the end of your battles, but it is the end of fighting alone. You have angels assigned to you, a heavenly host that moves when you move, that fights when you rise, that sings when you hope. You have me, Michael, your guardian, your brother, your sword-bearer, who will never leave your side. And you have the one who formed you, who watches over you with eyes that never blink, who loves you with a love that no curse can touch. You are not just surviving, you are rising, reclaiming, becoming. As I speak these words, I see the heavens leaning closer, recording this moment in the eternal scrolls. Your name is being lifted, not in wax or ash, but in golden flame, in the courts where angels sing and stars bow. The pain you carried is being transformed, not into scars, but into light that will shine through every crack, every wound, every place you thought was broken. Those places are not your shame. They are your testimony. They are the proof that you survived, that you overcame, that you are more than any curse could ever claim. So walk forward now, beloved. Walk with the quiet confidence of a soul that knows it is seen, loved, and guarded. Do not apologize for your light. Do not explain your joy. Do not shrink to make others comfortable. You were born for thunder, for fire, for a destiny that shakes the heavens and scatters the darkness. And I will be with you, step by step, breath by breath, moment by moment, until the stars fade and eternity dawns. You are not alone. You never were. You never will be. And now, beloved, the veil is closing, but the light remains. The altar is no more, its shadows swallowed by the silence of heaven's victory. Your name is safe, your soul untouchable, your future glowing with the promise of what God has always planned for you. I, Archangel Michael, stand watch, my sword still drawn, my heart still burning for you. This is not the end, is the dawn. Step into it with courage, with hope, with the fire that was always yours. You are loved beyond measure, chosen beyond doubt, free beyond chains. Walk in that truth, and let the heavens rejoice. Amen, beloved. If these words have touched the deepest parts of your heart, if even a single spark of hope or truth has ignited within you, please honor this sacred moment with a small act of love, like this message, not as a simple click, but as a bold declaration in the spirit realm, a testimony that you are awake, guarded, and holy, a soul that darkness cannot claim. Leave a comment as if you are pouring sacred oil over your own name, letting the unseen forces know you are not alone, that heaven fights for you, that your light still shines. And please, subscribe not to a mere channel, but to a divine promise, a covenant that keeps these messages flowing to other souls under attack. Souls who need to know they are seen, loved, and protected, just like you. If you feel led, consider offering a super thanks of up to $20, a holy act that fuels this mission, lighting the way for others lost in shadows. Your response is more than support. It is a flame, a shield, a sacred defiance that echoes in eternity. I love you, beloved, with a love that burns beyond time, and I thank you for hearing my voice. Together, let's keep this divine fire alive for all who need it.